Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Magnemite, who is an electric steel type Pokemon. It's a weird looking Pokemon. It's a like bluish silver sphere with a single eye where the eye is just like completely white with a tiny little dot in the middle. That's the eyeball. It's got two screws in the body beneath the eye, just like to the left and right of it, beneath it, and then at the top, kind of like where you'd put a hat, but they're not screwed all the way in, and then kind of where you would draw ears on a person, I guess, are two magnets. The one on the left is like upside down in comparison to the one on the right, so yeah, like on one side the positive's on top, the other side's on the bottom, and then the other way around with the negative. And with this one, I thought if you worked at like an electronics store, this is probably kind of what you would have. You'd probably have like a little Magnemite Pokemon who'd probably be able to like diagnose the problems of what's wrong with your technology or find the piece, or it's you'd be able to identify it. And also straight off the bat, I'd like to say I'm so sorry. I did count, it was I think 34 packs and kits in this build. Yesterday's build I used 5. And tomorrow's build I think I use like 12. So it's a bit like I'm a little bit all over the place with how many packs and stuff I use. Sometimes I do try and pack restrict them, and other times it's kind of just accidentally. But with this one, it kind of makes sense being not pack restricted. I mean, I don't try and pack restrict them unless they're a starter Pokemon. That was kind of my starter, like if you're beginning in the game or whatever, like you're probably gonna have a beginner amount of packs and kits and stuff like that. You're probably going to be, starting off with not very much. So why don't I start off with, not very much? So each starter will have 9 builds that are pack restricted. So that, if you yourself are pack restricted, you can still play with some of these builds. Ideally what I want to do is have a place, this is like super ambitious and I have no idea how I would do it, but ideally what I would do is have a place where I put all my builds, and like you can click like, oh, I have these packs and these kits, and it will tell you what builds you can actually you'd be able to download. Because I'm already going to be recording, I am recording what packs and kits I use, and I'm going to be doing like a little analysis on it. I don't know quite how I'm going to do it, but I just know that there's going to be lots of analysis done on the packs and the kits, so I can be like, oh yeah, like I used, I don't know, this pack a lot, I used this one a lot, but there's also going to be like a from the moment this pack was released, how quickly did I get it, or how quickly did I start using it, and how quickly did I drop off? Did I use it the entire time, or did it I used it really within the week that it was released, and then after that I just didn't use it anymore, or what did I do? For example, the Sleek Bathroom Kit, my absolute favorite DLC in this entire absolute number one favorite thing. Could not recommend it more than enough. I have used it a couple of times, but I in this build I wanted it to feel so grungy and dirty and old. The way I described it was, if you walked into this store in 2008, that you would feel that this place has not been touched for years. You would feel like you'd come out covered in dust. It would just be so icky and gross and yucky and worn down, and there's water stains all over the floor and they've never been cleaned up, and the couch that's there is 10,000 years old that's in the staff room. And it's just a little intense and all over the place. And that's kind of the vibes I was going for, and I think I nailed it pretty well. in my opinion. So yeah, having that nice, sleek, beautiful bathroom look, it just wouldn't have made sense in this build. And even like, okay, I think a reason why I used a lot of packs and kits is because some of the stuff that I pull out is very much like very old styled things, you know, and you can get them from a lot of different packs. Like for example, the clock wall, I know for a fact that's got Parenthood, that's got bowling stuff. I think that even has high school years, maybe. High school years. And those may be the only items from the game that I used in this, from the packs and kits in this whole build. And I feel like that's a lot of it. A lot of the builds, like a lot of the things in here, it's just one item that I've used. Like the Greenhouse Haven kit, I'm pretty sure I used that. Okay, apparently I did not. I thought I did. Okay, it's the Blooming Rooms kit, sorry, my bad. That would be the green shelf. Not the shelves we're currently looking at, but there is another shelf that I do end up putting in a corner somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that's the only item from that shelf, from that pack, from that kit. So yeah, if you have like most of them or half of them or whatever, it's like you could still kind of technically have this build, you just wouldn't have as many of the items. So yeah, I kind of use a bit of everything, and a lot of it is base game. Like a lot of, like every single item I think I use, there is a base game version of what I use. So, you know, there's a couple of base game TVs. I'm not sure about the record players and stereos. I mean, the stereos for sure. There's a base game stereo. I use a base game fridge, a base game stove. So yeah, it's just all like all over the place with base game stuff as well. So even if you do just have base game, like the counters I use, they're base game. They are, those are the ones that we've had forever. Those are like, I think we've had those counters since day one, and we just got re-swatches on them, so for free. Like everybody should have access to this counter that I used, and the archways that I used is, I'm pretty sure, base game. So yeah, and the couch I was originally going to use I think is also base game. There's just like a lot of things in this build that are already base game. I think the flooring is even base game. So yeah, it's just like if you want to build a dingy gross, that's what I was trying to say, a dingy gross build like this, you could absolutely build something even if you just have base game. And quite honestly, some of the things that people do with just base game, it blows me away. It's people like that, like if you are either a base game user or a console player, you guys are the most creative people because you guys are so limited in, I mean, obviously if you're a console player with all the packs, you have all the different items you can use, but you can't like use Tool to lie about things. You can't just like, you know, make it exist in a spot that it doesn't exist in, and that's like, you guys are so creative. And same with base game. If you're a base game console player, I reckon you guys are probably going to be the most creative out there because you guys are so limited that you have to be really creative with what you do, and I love that. I think it's amazing, and I think you guys should be shouted out because you make so much out of, I say nothing, but like, you guys make so much out of so little, and it's beautiful, and it's amazing, and it's fantastic, and you are recognized. I see you, I hear you, and I'm very jealous of your skills. I know your skills are kind of born out of necessity, and that if I had the same issues, the same limitations, that I reckon I would be a lot more creative, and it's taken me a lot longer to get to a place of like creativity because of the fact that I'm not limited, and I'm a little bit spoiled here with choice, with mods, with CC. Like I'm a little bit spoiled. If I don't, the thing with CC, right, is if I don't like something or something's missing, I can just go out and find someone else who's made it. And at the end of the day, if I can't find anyone, at the end of the day, if I'm really that desperate, I could just make it myself. It would be really badly done, but like I could if I really, like, okay, wallpaper. I feel like wallpaper could be a little bit easier. I've seen how wallpaper is made, and it seems a lot easier than, you know, creating a whole couch or something like that. So, yeah, I'm very spoiled for choice. And for those of you who are worried about me using CC in this series, I do not. And for those of you who want to see CC builds, I do them in February for the A to Z challenge. I do have a few. Before I started this Pokemon build series, I did do a few random CC builds, but yeah, from now on my CC builds will be in February, and they will be for the A to Z challenge, which is a little challenge I run, which I haven't really spoken about recently. It is a challenge where for 26 weeks you get a new letter. I don't know why I went suddenly British there. You get a new letter every 26 weeks. And you don't have to participate for 26 weeks straight. It is 26 mini challenges, I should say. It's sort of like linked purely because the alphabet is, you know, they're all like a group of letters together. And yeah, it's 26 weeks, and you get a letter, and you do a build or cast creation based on that letter. If you want to do an animal in cast, you can do that. If you want to do a people, you can do a people. With building, if you want to do a full build like I am right now, like this is a 20 by 20 lot. Not very big, but it still took me 2 hours to do. I think it was 2 hours and 10 minutes to do. You can do that, but if you want to just do like a little room, you can also do a little room, and that's fine. Or you can do a big room. I don't really care. If you want to do just landscaping, go for gold. It's basically with either the build mode or cast menu. Is that what it's called? Cast menu? Cast mode? You do as you wish, inspired by that letter. I only have... I guess I've kind of technically given you one of the rules, which is you don't have to participate in every week. That's more of a guideline than a rule. But the one rule is if you do want to enter officially into the challenge, it's just a no CC challenge. I know I use it, but I'm not entering officially. I'm just challenging myself. So if you're just wanting to challenge yourself and have fun with it and not enter, then go ahead, use CC. Have the time of your life with it. But this challenge is mainly for people who just want to kind of explore and challenge themselves and do new things, or try and do things they've done before even better. And yeah, I don't know, it's definitely fun and exciting and curious, and I don't know, it's fun. So I run it every year from July to December, but generally with, I think it's W, X, Y, and Z, you guys can enter that in any time point in December to the end of January, so you've got 2 whole months to do 4 letters, whereas every other letter you just get 1 week, because I know it can get busy towards the end of the year. And I'm also okay with, if you guys want to, you know, if you're hearing about this sort of around the time the video comes out, you can absolutely get started now. I have zero worries. Like, if you know, okay, in August I'm gonna get super busy and super, like, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, and you want to participate in every week, or you want to participate in the August letters, you can absolutely start now. I have no issue with that. For example, like I said, I do it in February, and in July, when this starts, I'm going to start my build. So every week I will start a build, try and get as much of my way through it as I can, as well as keeping on top of the Pokemon builds. And then, yeah, when the new week is released, then I'll start working on the next one, so that by the time I get to January, you know, I'm probably still going to have 26 half-finished builds, but at least there'll be 26 builds that are half-finished. I reckon I'll still be able to get through a majority of them. Like, I kind of started, I think, in November last year with it, and it was not enough time. But, you know, maybe I get, like, let's say I get 13, that's half of them, like, completely done. You know, I can go through and start editing them very slowly as I go through the, like, whatever ones are actually done, I can edit them, and then when it actually gets closer to the day, I'll voice them and whatnot, which is kind of what I'm doing now. With the Pokemon build series, I'm kind of going ahead and doing these builds. So I did this build, the next build, and half of the build after that all on stream. And I just finished voicing the last build like maybe half an hour ago, as of like right now, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to be voicing tomorrow's video as well today, so I'm doing 3 videos in one day, which is kind of crazy. But I'm going to be a bridesmaid at a wedding next week, and it's just going to be very hectic. I've got all these appointments and stuff to go to, dress fitting. I've already gone to the first fitting, but you got to go to like the second one to make sure it fits and it's all good and whatnot. And then I have to do hair and nails, and then I've got to go to the venue, and then I got to do the wedding, and then it's just so much to do. For a 1-day event, I will be busy for 5 days. So yeah, look, it's gonna be a bit busy. It's gonna be a bit hectic, and I don't want to be like panicking about, oh, I'm missing out on like I got stuff to do, and also where I'm going has pretty bad reception, so it's gonna be a good time to unplug. Like, I'm gonna take a book with me. I might even take like some drawing stuff. I don't know, I haven't drawn in a while, so maybe I'll do some drawing stuff. Take my notebook or something and just write. Just, you know, disconnect from technology for a little bit. I will be spending time obviously with the people at the wedding. It's a fairly small wedding, so, you know, we'll be spending time together and whatnot. But for the moments where I am sort of on my own a little bit, yeah, I'll definitely just take some time to disconnect. I might even take my camera up there, and because it's a very beautiful place, and take some photos. I don't think I'll share them just because it'll be a little doxy as to where I am, where I'm going. Because I'm not going too far, but yeah, very beautiful place where the lovely couple are getting married. And yeah, I'm just very, very keen on just having a moment to be stress-free and relaxed and just disconnect for a little bit, which will be very good. I'll only be gone for technically 2 days, 2.5 days, I say 3. Because we're leaving on day 1, wedding is on day 2, and then we're coming back on day 3, but it's like, I'm not going to be doing anything other than wedding related things on that day, you know. I'm gonna be spending time with the people and whatnot, so yeah, I'm spending as much time as I can right now to get as far as ahead as I can. Ideally, I'd like to have the video the day after I come back. I prefer to have that done, and maybe even the day after that, but that is a if I can, not a necessity, not a I must do it. So yeah, definitely don't want to stress myself out. I can already tell my voice is kind of having a little bit of a moment, so I think for the rest of today and tomorrow I'll be doing a lot of building, and then the day after that maybe I'll do some more recording, just to give my voice a little bit of a rest. And then yeah, I think it's the day after that I start getting into crazy wedding stuff. I don't really know that. I have my calendar and I know what I need to get done, so I'm just, yeah, trying to put my head down and get things done, and pretty excited that I'm actually, you know, pre-recording and getting things done in advance, and that's kind of exciting. So yeah, today will be just, yeah, getting the rest of this week's content done, and then starting on next week's build, which is, again, so super exciting. I love being able to just sit here and smash through a bunch of work. It makes me feel so productive, and then when I feel productive, like, I want to get more work done, and then I get more work done, and it creates this positive feedback loop. Whereas, I would say before yesterday, it's kind of been a sort of like, okay, I just have to get this done, get this done, and then, like, I'm on time, but I'm not ahead, and I feel stressed because I'm not ahead, but, you know, we're doing good. So yeah, this is why I want to have a couple of days done when I get back, because if I can do that, at least when I get back, I'll be like, hey, look, I'm already ahead, like, why don't we just, you know, just casually jump back into it and get things done and be relaxed and happy. And yeah, I'm kind of very excited for that, because just gonna be nice and relaxed and be able to get a lot of things done. And, you know, maybe I'll bring a little diary notebook journal thing to kind of plan next month out, because that will be exciting to me. I think it'll be very fun to just be able to sit down and actually be able to go, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, and we're going to be, you know, getting ahead on things, and that to me is exciting. I do love getting ahead on things and planning things. I love planning them, but I'm so bad with actually doing things sometimes. But I guess because I love building, and I find editing videos to be pretty, it's like, there's not much thinking that, like, I know people who edit, you know, these big videos with, like, lots of cuts and, you know, especially, like, I don't want to say educational videos, but videos where, you've got to show off, like, a lot of evidence of stuff, so, like, documentaries, or, I guess, like, what are they called, like, basically the YouTube videos where people talk about other people's lives and, like, drama videos, I guess. I'm not huge into, I guess, drama. I don't like watching videos for the drama per se, but I do love a good factual documentary type video, so I do enjoy, yeah, fact givings, and Bobby Broccoli is probably a really good example of what I like to watch. That's, like, very informational, but it's still, like, sprinkling in drama, but it's, like, he's very science-based, I feel. There's a lot of scientific things involved in it, and yeah, I definitely enjoy that. And that sort of editing takes forever, I can tell you that. So yeah, my sort of editing, my style of editing is basically just scroll through video cutout sections that you don't want to be seen, and you're all good to go. Like this video I had to cut out, because I was, like I said, I was streaming this over on Twitch. I had to cut out the starting soon screen. I had a raid, so I had to cut out the raid screen. And what else? I don't think I wanted any breaks, but there was, like, moments where I obviously was off doing something and, like, talking to people and whatnot, so I, like, froze and wasn't actually building. So yeah, I've just got to cut all those bits out. When I build on my own, I don't have to worry about that. That is just, like, maybe I save, maybe I have a moment where I have to cut out a bit here or there or whatever. Like yesterday's build, the video had 0 cuts. Oh, actually, no, sorry. I cut out the first maybe 30 seconds, because I generally will start recording, I'll set up the camera in the right spot, to be like, okay, I want to start here, and then I'll start building. And it's, I set the camera up, and then I press record, and then I'm like, no, actually, this is not where I wanted to start building, and I'll move it anyway. So I just kind of move it into the good enough spot, start recording, and then I'll cut out the first 30 seconds. But that's not the point. The point being, there was the video, I'd cut one little section out, but it was just one continuous video, and then my little end, like, goodbye end screen thing. This one has 9... It's one video, but it's 9 sections where I've cut out sections, cut out bits and pieces here and there, and then, yeah, the end screen bit as well. So yeah, there's a lot more cuts and edits, and I've got to be a little bit more, aware of things, you know? But I actually, for tomorrow's video and the one after that, I actually stopped the recording, which I'm not sure I want to do, because then I don't have the whole recording, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I do like it being one whole recording, because if I want to re-upload it now, I kind of can't re-upload it, because I'd have to download it from Twitch and then re-upload it, if I wanted to do that. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about... I mean, it's much easier for editing. It took me like 10 minutes to edit tomorrow's video. It was so quick, because it was so easy and there was not much to cut out. But yeah, this one, I had all that sort of stuff. It's still something I'm going to figure out and think about and whatnot, because I'm worried that maybe, like, I'll forget to press play and you'll miss a huge section of the video and whatnot. I think it's just easier if I let the whole thing play, and it will take me longer to edit, but at least I won't miss anything, if you know what I mean. But anyway, it's probably enough of that ramble. I am getting kind of closer to the end here. Like I said, this video took me 2.5 hours. I don't know how, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm not really sure how, because I really feel like it took me, like, I know my half an hour builds, it's blink and it's done sort of builds, but, like, I didn't realize this took me 2, I thought it was like an hour and a half maybe. But no, it took me 2 hours and 10 minutes to do this build, and that's kind of a little bit, that's a lot. Like, I didn't realize it would take so long. But I'm kind of grateful that it took so long, because the builds are sometimes they're very short, and I feel like I start talking and then suddenly, oh, I've got to stop talking, the video's ended. So it's good to have a few of these longer ones sprinkled in as well. I think I ended up streaming for 6 hours though. It was just under 6 hours, which tells you that, yeah, like, yes, I spent 2 hours on this, but I did 1.5 more builds. So yeah, between 1.5 builds, and I can tell you the next build took me 32 minutes. So yeah, that's like 4 hours. I mean, I did go off tangent and kind of distract myself for like half an hour to an hour. So I would say, yeah, the other build took me maybe like 2 hours already, and it's mostly done. I just have to do a little bit of landscaping and a little bit more cluttering. But yeah, so you'll have a short video tomorrow, and then the day after that you'll have another long video. But after that, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure the length of those videos because I, quite frankly, haven't built them yet. But that is going to be a later today me thing to do, and I'm very keen to do that after I have some lunch because I'm very, very hungry right now. I think I can manage the next video, and then yeah, I'll be definitely going to eat some food because I am starving. We had pizza last night, so I'm really hoping that there was pizza left over, but I'm almost 100% positive the one pizza that I want is the one pizza everyone ate last night. So yeah, look, I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but that's fine. I'll figure something out. Plenty of food around to eat, and yeah, I don't know, it's been good to get these builds done. I'm not gonna lie, when I started this build, I was in such a bad mood. Like, I was so grumpy. I went out yesterday, it'll be 2 days ago, I think, according to this video, to do some shopping, and yeah, I just did not have a good time out. It was very, very, grumpy after I came back, and had a lot of issues and whatnot with my computer, and I was trying to record a video and upload, and it's just, it was all, like, not going well for me. But then I started streaming, and then, you know, hanging out with people, and just that little rush of dopamine to my brain, because people are just, the people in my Twitch community are just so lovely and so sweet, and, yeah, one of them even said that they noticed, like, from when they joined to when it was much later, that yeah, my mood definitely picked up. So, and even today, like, I think if I didn't stream, I would still kind of be a little bit grumpy, because I don't know, sometimes I just really struggle to take those grumpy pants off. But yeah, streaming and hanging out with people on stream, and it makes me very happy, and I'm so mad that I don't do it as regularly as I should. Like, I do it quite often, but I know that next week I think I'll be streaming once next week, and this week I'm going to be streaming twice, when normally I stream 4 times a week. But after next week, I'm going to have a look at my schedule and maybe move it around a little bit, because I do want to stream a little bit more, and I want to stream a little bit earlier as well, because sometimes I feel like I start streaming and then suddenly it's bedtime. Or, I say bedtime, but, like, it's time to, like, you know, cook dinner, and it's time to feed Macy, who's my beautiful cat, and then, yeah, start winding down for dinner, winding down for bed. I sleep a little bit earlier. You know, 9:30, 10 o'clock is kind of my average normal. I'd say 10 o'clock's my average time to start getting ready for bed. I'm usually in bed by 10:30. But it just depends on, like, do I want to have a late night shower? Do I want to make myself a sleep tea and read? Do I want to do like a little puzzle game? Like, it just depends on what I want to do. You know, if I want to just puzzle in, like, play a puzzle game and just go to sleep, I'll generally go a little bit later. But if I want to, you know, do the whole have a shower and a tea and read and stuff like that, I've got to go earlier, because if I start reading later, I will be up until like 4 a.m. finishing the book. But if I go earlier, I will read for a little bit and then put the book down and go to sleep. So yeah, that's definitely kind of the goal there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!